Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's good,
Good morning,
everybody?
good people. Good morning, gods and goddesses.
Yes, yes. Ra is in the building. The sun is out. It is Sunday. Why do we call it Sunday? Because the sun is shining. It's your boy, Chefy J,
The guru Devante.
and we are here today for you. And you are here today for us. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Look, the real of real. What is that exactly? You know what I'm saying? What are we going to talk about today exactly? Let's talk about the real. What's going on today in today's society, social media platforms all over the world. We want to talk about the real. Now, we know that as a director, producer of movies and films, there are reels that are being filmed in order to produce other featured films and to promote a work that is being transformed into something that helps transform our mind and our imagination.
Yeah.
But what is really real? For real, like what real is real? Because you can go do a movie and in between the takes, there's a lot of editing happening.
Right.
But if you go on Broadway and you're doing 8 shows in a night, you know what I'm saying?
I know editing.
You ain't no editing. You
Yeah.
gonna get the raw, the hoarse voice, the mistakes. You gonna catch every single thing at when it comes at you. But see, on social media right now, we can go and do these videos, we can cut them, we can edit, we can do this, you know what I'm saying? We can flaunt like we in our this is our Mercedes Benz we're in, you know what I'm saying? And
like
and
right
take
now.
that picture and boom, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm all about the raw, you know what I'm saying? No makeup. You know what I'm saying? All about the raw, no filter. I want to give you everything that you see. So when you see it up front, you're like, oh man, that's really how it looks for real. Yeah. This dude he's the real.
Yeah.
So what's real, Jay? What are you saying? I'm saying most of us are getting, bamboozled by what we see. And now we are attaching this pressure to ourselves and trying to live up to something that's not even real.
Give us some examples. What are you talking about?
All right. So we look at movies, right? A lot of us love movies. Mm-hmm. And we see something on a movie. We see somebody walk on water, right? Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh man, my man. No. Black Panther. Perfect movie.
Yeah. Perfect.
Black Panther. Like Wakanda Forever. Everybody was on like up to hear about the movie, right? Until you found out it's still just a movie. Who's creating that Wakanda Forever right now? Nobody. My man Chaz Boseman, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. He's gone.
Yeah.
That was in a role that he played.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of kids that think he was the Black Panther for real.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids who think Santa Claus is real.
Yeah, it's true.
But what's the real? Are we telling them about the real? About, it's just characters being portrayed? Let's talk about celebrities. Celebrities, right? These celebrities that we look up to, that we think are the real, aren't the real. They're just playing a role.
That's true.
They are playing a role, not only in movies, but in real life. They are playing a role.
Man, that's a good point you brought up. There's two things I'm hearing is that there are levels to this idea what we think is real.
Oh yeah.
There's like the raw, unedited version of what we're seeing, right? And then there, like you said, like a live show. That's like raw, right?
Right.
But even that is not really real because they've been practicing for hours upon hours, and they have scripts that they're reading, right? So that's not truly real, right? What we get in the moment and we call spontaneity. Right, that's what we consider raw. But so you have the actual spontaneity, things happen in the moment, right? Then you have your actual practice, and you have these still mistakes, but they're going to be like natural fusions of personalities and mistakes, right? There are levels of real. Then you have the actual edited version where you have film that you have laid out hours and you making these precise edits and shadowing and lights and you making people have muscles, you're making people have
the illusion, baby.
You create a more defined idea of what the version is, right? And then you said something that was really profound. These actors, that's not really who they are, right?
Right. It's not.
So my question is, and I'm not sure if you're going to get to this, but how does that affect us mental-wise? Because I see a lot of actors go crazy trying to be something that they're not. So that's on a professional level where they're acting and they're spending hours upon hours practicing a role and becoming this person, right? That is far from themselves, disconnected from themselves. How does that affect us on a personal level?
Man, that affects us on a personal level even deeper because it plays into our subconscious, man. How we think, whatever. See, we see things in images, man, that's being portrayed, and whatever we see, we automatically be consumed with a feeling about what we see.
Right.
That feeling then is creating imagination, an imaginative thought connected to something that you saw that inspired you. So now that inspiration of something that you saw inspired you to become like the character being played until you understand that the character that's being played is nothing but a role that actually they don't live like that.
Right.
Actually, Denzel Washington is not Malcolm X. Actually, he's not.
No.
Actually, even though Jamie Foxx played an awesome Ray Charles, he's not Ray.
Charles,
He's not Ray Charles.
Right.
Actually, was that the truth on the movie? Or they're bits and pieces of the truth?
Right.
And those are other things that we take away. We look at a movie and think, oh, that's everything they said about Ray on there is true.
That's true. Right.
Everything they said about Malcolm X on there is true.
Right.
Everything they said about Tina Turner on What's Love Got to Do with It is true.
Right.
When actually the roles are reversed.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing you said too is that we're creating this version of something else. We're living something that's really not truly us.
Oh yeah, man.
Would you say that that's like almost like creating like this a personal prison?
Oh yeah,
that's what it sounds like to me because it's not who you are, but you're creating a puzzle, a maze for yourself,
right?
That you think is real.
Like this, right? When you get into the industry, they hit you with something, right? You got to look a certain way. So you're given a stylist.
Right.
So the stylist starts to do what? Style you how they think you should look.
Right.
You don't have any say in the matter of how you look.
Yeah.
You got a stylist.
Yeah.
The stylist goal is to brand you how you look. Uh-oh, we just said something. We just said brand. What do they do with cows for ownership?
Brand you.
Brand you. Right. So if you are branded by the media, if you're branded by the industry, you become what? Property of the industry. Now they can flip and flop this reel and show people something that you're not. So we wonder why a lot of celebrities, they go to drugs.
Yeah.
Because they're not being themselves. They're actors on a stage. For Shakespeare said it, we are all actors on a stage.
It's true.
They are actors on a stage playing a role to manipulate the mind of people to say, hey, let's go out and buy them shoes, even though they're ugly. But my boy Chris Brown wearing them. But my boy Kanye wearing them. Oh, man, let's go and do it.
Yeah. Right.
Look at the influence Kanye had when he dropped College Dropout.
Oh, yeah. It was like...
People was like, I ain't going to school.
Right.
People was like, man, college, that's dope. College, oh, man, little teddy bears. When it's over again. We love it, right? That's the power of influence. Everybody's playing these roles, man.
Yeah.
But then you fast forward and you see like, man, I thought he didn't like eating strawberry cake.
Right.
But you see him on TMZ eating strawberry cake.
Exactly.
Because he just got caught being himself.
Right. Exactly.
What's the real? Hold on. What is your real? What is your real? Because I don't want you to sit here and start becoming something that you're not in order to get views.
That's you know what, and that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Yeah, I want you to say it again too. Say it again, bro. Like
what is your real? I don't want you to become something you're not in order to get views, to allow people to say, ding, 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 subscribe. Let's get some views. So let me become something or not.
Yeah.
When I say I'm Chefy J all day, I'm Chefy J all day. I'm in the kitchen all the time. I'm cooking.
Right.
I'm all the time at home, right here. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, I'm cooking. And at home, physically, I'm cooking. This is what I do. I'm feeding bread every single time. I'm feeding knowledge every single time. What you see is what you get. No makeup, no filters at all. I want you to see who I am. So when you see me on the street, that's who I am. I'm in Walgreens, right? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to go get my son some milk. Mm. Lady screaming, Chevy J. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What's this? I don't know. I know your wife. Oh, okay. All right. Guess what I had on? My chef, because I'm getting ready for work. I'm in this for real.
Yeah.
So what are you doing for real?
I think that's key. So I think a lot of us, especially in our younger years, we're trying to figure out who we are.
Yeah.
And that's personally, that's a personal value for me because I went through that process. I think we all go through that process. We're trying to figure out who we are because we know that who we are is who we really want to be, but we don't know how to get there, right?
Yeah, we don't.
And we're seeking something that we think is who we are. You know, whether it could be education, school education, it could be a group of friends, your clique of friends, it could be music and trends and social media, it could be religion, it could be a job or whatever. We're trying to find these things, and these things are kind of inspiring us who we are, but they're not really who we are. They're not really who we are. They're still outside of ourselves. And but the thing is that what you're talking about is, well, if that's who you want to be, you have to get to a point where you want to be that versus being something that you know will get you the attention or help you feel a certain way, you know, because it's like we accept the less when we could have the greater.
Yeah.
We accept something small.
That's good.
We don't know that it's small. It's very small. Like I get this image of it. It's funny because it's a picture of white Jesus, which I don't promote. But it's this mime about Jesus having this teddy bear behind him, right? And he's asking this little girl for a small teddy bear, but he has a large teddy bear. You know, like I'm not promoting like white Jesus at all. But I get that in my mind because we think that we are and it's all a process too. I don't want to make it seem like you have to get there overnight, you know.
Right.
You know, we're all about the process too. But just realize that what you're holding on to is not greater than what you can receive by letting go of it.
Say that again, bro.
Yeah, it's just realizing that what you're holding on to right now is not greater than what you can receive by letting go of it. We're always in a progression of getting to the greater, to the greater, to the greater. We really that's kind of reasons why when people talk about religion and they say, well, I've been saved again, I'm good. Like, no the hell you ain't. No the hell you ain't, because we're always going to be moving to something greater. We're always going to be progressing to something bigger and better. That is the natural of who we are. And if we don't, we find ourselves depressed. We find ourselves not excited about life. We find ourselves desiring more. We can never stop desiring.
Never.
But religions will tell you, when you lose your desire, then you'll find heaven. You'll find nirvana. You'll find that peace. But that your desire is the fire that keeps you going. You always are going to want more.
And that's crazy because that's kind of like a contradiction.
Yeah.
If people tell you that, especially people who are in the church tell you, you know what I'm saying, you don't need to desire that because it said Jesus will give you the desires of your heart.
Exactly. It was like, so he gonna give me what I want. So anything I want, I can have.
Anything you want, you can have. Anything you want, you can have.
Exactly.
See, we settle. You said one thing. We usually settle.
Oh my God, that word settle. Yes.
And I think the real is that people settle for what they see because they have not pushed themselves higher than sight.
Yeah.
If you see yourself climbing Mount Everest, why settle for the little mountain?
Yeah.
Why not climb Mount Everest? Well, they say you could die if you go on Mount Everest. So
well, you could die from Little Mountain too.
You can die just sitting down.
Actually, you are dying sitting down. I mean, by that movement, you're dying.
You can die from walking down the Nile in Chicago.
Exactly.
You can die anywhere you're at, but don't settle because of what you see. Don't be swayed by what you see and allow that to become your functionality in life. And you've never went outside the realm of other people's perspective. You can't stay inside the realm of other people's perspective, because then that gives you no room to grow and you become a dying element of yourself.
Right.
Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness, and everything else shall be added. What is that, Jay? Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven means seek you. For Jesus said, heaven is not over there. The kingdom of God is not coming over there. The kingdom of God is not over here. The kingdom of God is not right there. The kingdom of God is within you.
Exactly.
So if you seek ye first the kingdom within you, everything else shall be added. That's a true fact and testament to life, period. If you look within yourself, know thyself. If you look within yourself, you're going to find everything.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, oh, man.
Like finding everything. When you look within yourself and the knowledge of self and you start figuring out what you believe, you're going to understand this one thing, that the beliefs you had were something that was given to you in yourself. And you find out that Jesus' name truly is not Jesus' name. Oh, Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay? Continue to dig deeper and to find out that Jesus is consciousness.
Right.
It's not a physical person. Consciousness.
Yeah.
We all have it in between the temples. Right here. We call it, right? Our body is a what? Temple. Right? Where who dwells? God dwells, right? So when you say, man, something told me, or the spirit told me,
yeah, you told yourself,
or this, you talking to yourself. You're telling yourself these things. Exactly. I know it's scary. Yeah, it's scary to think that way, right? Because you were never taught to think for yourself. You've always been given something someone else said in a book. Someone else wrote, think this, think that. Say your alphabet. Did you come up with the alphabet?
Nope. All you doing is regurgitating.
Did you come up with the words that you say?
Nope. Just regurgitation. Just
all you're doing is just repeating what you were taught, not thinking for yourself.
Let's talk about this idea of settling. I think that's like a practical thing we can go back to, and I think it aligns with your subject of the real, because, oh man, so many of us settle.
Oh man, yeah,
settle, man. We don't even know we're settling. All we're doing with is what the folks around us are doing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was someone told me during I was married at one point in time, and during my that marriage relationship, because I'm about to wait 10 years. 10 fucking years to realize happiness, like in a relationship. 10 years. 10 years. Like,
somebody told you have to wait 10 years.
They said that it was normal in the first beginning of relationship to have consistent conflict. And after 10 years, then I would be able to have a great relationship. I'm kind of paraphrasing. And I was thinking, like, why in the hell
that's crazy
would I wait 10 years to do that? You know? And I think it's the idea that we are very communal people.
Mm-hmm.
And we are very visual people too. We copy what's around us. As babies, we learn to walk by watching our parents walk. We learn how to talk by watching our parents talk.
Mm-hmm.
We are permeated and connected. That's not a word correct. I want to use that word permeate. Take that out. But we're connected to our community and to our environment that we learn by and in a healthy environment, that would be good, because a healthy environment would promote thinking for self, right?
Yeah.
Not healthy behaviors, what we think is healthy behavior. Because what's healthy for me not be healthy for you.
Right.
A healthy environment will promote thinking for self, right? That's what it promote, right? That would be great. But this environment is not that. And so our copying of what we see just leads us to do what everyone else is doing, which everyone else is settling. Oh, we've been together for 10 years. I decided I wanted to marry her. You know what I'm saying? We've been together. We got 3 kids. It only seemed right for me to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time for me to do that. We use the phrase like, I think it's time for me just to work with this place. I've been here for a little while.
Hold on. I think it's time for me to just settle down.
Yeah. What? Like exactly.
I think it's time for me to just settle down.
And if we're not careful, we can start to be programmed and not even see the programming in our language. That's settling down. Like what is that really? We're putting spells upon ourselves by using these words, and it's not the word is not important. I don't think the words are important. It's more the feeling. We don't even know we're unhappy, but we're making these decisions. We're not connected to our happiness. That's where I'm at. When we say I'm settling, we don't sound excited about that. We sound justified.
We don't think higher.
We don't think higher than that. We think, okay, it's time for me to do that. I think it's time for me to have kids. What? No. When you do these things, you should be excited about these things. They should be a thing of like, I want to be a father. I want to give this woman my everything. I want this.
I want it.
Not like I think it's time to do this.
Because it's like I wrote a song. It was called "Let's Think Higher." Ease the struggle of your mind, led by a light that's brighter. Let's think wiser. Find a better place to live, led by a light that's brighter. Like let's think higher.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No limitations.
Limitations. We limit ourselves when I think we need to, instead of living what we see, we need to live what we say.
Yeah.
Because it is our words.
Talk more about that.
I think instead of living what we see on that reel, we need to live what we say. If I say I'm going to become a businessman, then live like a businessman.
Right.
Don't say what you see, well, I'm gonna become an employee.
Right.
Because my mama worked for the post office, so I'm gonna go work for the post office.
Right.
My dad worked for Ford, so I'm gonna go work for Ford.
Yeah.
Why not own a piece of Ford?
Yeah.
Why not say I'm gonna be a stock owner in Ford instead of, because my mom and my dad worked for Ford, so I'm gonna own Ford.
Or why not talk to your mom about the process that she learned in Ford or the post office and create your own post office?
Create your own post office. That's impossible to create your own post office. The world got a system. That's impossible.
Oh, actually, it's way more easier to create your own post office because the post office system is 100, 200 years old. They're like stagnant. They're a big machine. You think how flexible they are? They're not flexible. But if you create a more community-centered post office, could you do that? Yeah, you could do that.
But nobody told Jeff Bezos that because he created his own FedEx.
Exactly.
Amazon is like #1 in transportation.
Right, exactly.
And mailing and shipping and receiving.
When you redefine how you start seeing things, that's what true entrepreneurs do. That's what true visionary. That's what people. I mean, we're all visionaries. We all are visionaries. It's just not these certain people that say, "Oh, well, Jeff Bezos or Tavante Hughes or
Chevy J."
Right. They're the visionaries, right? They're intelligent. They're like, "Oh, they these great solutions." No, you could do the same thing. There are problems that only you see. There are solutions that only you have. You can do the same thing. It's just about redefining, like as we're saying, you don't have to do what you saw is done. You can do things differently.
You can do things different. But I know that pictures inspire us.
Yeah.
I know that images inspire us because that's what we look at. It's symbology. We look at the symbols and pictures and things, and then we are moved off that.
Exactly.
But I don't want you to be moved in a negative way or in a way that's going to take away from you and not add to you. Okay. I don't want you to be like, okay, because if something take away from you, right?
Yeah.
Usually you become stagnant in your approach to excel because a part of something that you've imagined is now looked at a certain way and you've seen something different, like, I don't think I can really do this now that I've seen this done.
Exactly.
So that took a part of your imagination away because of what you saw.
Yeah.
And what you saw, it's not even real.
Exactly.
The guy on stage, the hip hop guy, he's not even real.
Right.
But hold on. Did you know that's not his real name?
Right.
Did you know that's not his real name?
That's a stage name.
That's a stage name.
Yeah.
Hold on. He don't even own that tour bus he's in. They just wrapped it with his face.
Exactly.
Hold on. You telling me he don't own the tour bus? Do you not only know that he's on tour to make money? You know that, right? If he don't go on tour, he don't make money.
Essentially, what he is an employee.
He's an employee because he don't even own the rights to his music. Wait a minute, he didn't even write his own music.
Right. Yeah. Some
ghostwriters. So what is he essentially? He's an actor.
Right.
Playing a role.
Now, not every artist. There are some artists that are really they're doing their own stuff and they really own their own stuff. Like I like Lupe. I like Lupe because she's the true writer. I think he is, but I really know because I don't see him write. So I'm assuming that he is. But what you said earlier, let's go back to what you said earlier, is that we constantly give our power away to something. Now, I'm an anime fan. I'm an anime geek. I love nerd. I'm a nerd when it comes to cartoons. And I love the inspiration of anime because it inspires me to think about things differently, especially other cultures, seeing other cultures, how they think about things differently. But if I became like a Comic-Con fan where I start forgetting these characters are real, right? And I became too lost in the fantasy. We get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? We get lost in the sauce. And then we start thinking that these people are who they are, and that's not who they are. And they essentially they become our God. They become our God.
That's good.
They're idols.
That's a good
one. We're a fan. All we're doing as a fan is fanning the flames and the energy of this idol.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't use those terminologies. I'm not a fan. Now, well, I do love anime, but anime is not my God. I'm my own God.
You win it now, man. You win it now.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to do. We have to separate. We have to teach our kids to do this too. When we go to the movie, it could be inspiring to watch a movie about the Black Panther, right?
Right.
Dude, and I was there too, man. I was crying. I was crying. I was like, oh, that's amazing. But then you have to come to realize that's not real. That's not real. That is just an inspiration, and we have to keep it in that place of the inspiration. Now, what you pull from it can be good, but it is not your God. You are your own God.
And take from it the truths that's in. Don't stop looking at movies as entertainment.
Right.
Because when you're being entertained, you are contained. You are contained.
You're in the container.
You're in the container. But when you're looking at it as a lesson to be taught, there are secrets being shared
all the time.
Being shared. It's magic. Hollywood is magic. Come from a tree. Holly. Holly is a wand, man. It's a wand of magic. It's wood.
Yeah.
Hollywood is a tree. Magic wand. And they do magic. They stir your mind up in Hollywood.
Yeah.
They stir your mind up with entertainment. And they do all of these things. All they're doing is recreating something. They're putting fabrication onto the truth.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of truth, and then there's a lot of fabrication.
The 80-20% rule. I love that rule.
A little bit of truth.
A lot of bit of lies.
A lot of bit of lies.
Exactly.
All right. And so what is the real? What is the real, Jay? The real is you sitting there. I like my man, the hip hop preacher, Eric Thomas. He was like, a lot of the stories you see, they give you A, straight to Z. But what did you do in between the time?
Yeah.
How did you get that million? I don't want to hear the success story about a million. You're not giving me how you get that million. You didn't tell me the time you lost 10 million.
Yeah.
Come on, tell me the time you lost that. Tell me the time you ain't have nothing to rub together. Where did you get? My wife worked. I lived with her and her mom.
Yeah.
Her dad gave me $20 a week.
Right.
To make it over here. Tell me that story.
Yeah.
Don't tell me, man, I blew up. All I did was put on YouTube. I got my channel going, and every day I just grind it out like that. No, how did you live? You had no money. What? Who paying for you to do this? Who paying electricity? Where you living at? How you eating?
Yeah.
You ain't just doing this and you just got money. You just blow up. Don't believe that hype, man. Don't believe that hype. Understand the people who just blow up, it's a middleman. There's somebody in between that give them this, man. You got to look like this and I'll give you this.
Exactly.
Then they say you got to dress like this and I'll give you this.
Right.
Then a couple more months, you got to do this and I'll give you this. Now you got to become this and I'll give you all of this.
Yep.
And the moment you stop doing that, they take it away. Now, oh man, look at him. He's on drugs now. TMZ. Oh man, look at that. Oh, he lost his money. TMZ. Oh, look at that. Look at this guy. He's dead. Channel 7 News, recording artists. They paint this beautiful picture.
Yeah.
But they die broke. They die with no rights. Their family don't have any inheritance from anything they did because they became a little puppet.
Exactly.
If you got $300, you own your 300.
Yeah.
Own your 500. Own your little pub, your little lemon out there. You own it. Ain't nobody gave you nothing. You worked hard for it. It took you 20 years to get there and you finally made it. Can't nobody take that away from you.
Yeah.
But if somebody gives to you on a line of you doing something for it, come on, man. What's the real?
Yeah.
What's the real? And that's what our people see. That's what the little kids see, man. When they see this, they hear this music out here. You got half these guys rapping about they hard, they doing this, and they not. They not. I know some guys personally that's not hard at all. That don't need. They ain't from poverty, man. Now, you know we good, and we had a little bit, and I remember when we didn't have this. One of the biggest ones was Biggie Smalls. Everybody loved him.
Yeah.
Everybody loved him, right? His mom said he just told stories. None of that stuff is true. And I don't honor them guys anymore. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't. And everybody loved Pac. He was an actor too.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real. These guys were actors, man. And when they wanted to get out the game of acting, let's clip them off.
Yeah.
It's the truth, man. Whether you want to receive it or not. What's the real? I want my people out there to stop living up to the hype of what they see on television and social media and these celebrities. Because these guys have to do something to get in that game.
It's very true.
And a lot of the knowledge is coming forward. Because this is the age of Aquarius. There are things that are dropping now, man. You like, man, how? I didn't know this was gonna. What's going on? Why so many people dying? Why so many of this happening? Why such is this happening? Why is this happening? What's going on with this? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to believe. Believe you.
Yeah.
Trust you.
I think that's crucial, bro. It's important for us to understand our own power. And although it may be a little bit frightening to take our focus off everything going on outside of us and to start asking ourselves the question, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
I think that question is the beginning question to discovering, what is real and what is fake.
Yeah.
And then, it is challenging to start walking in those things that are real, what's real and what's fake.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone else is doing it. So of course, when you start doing those things, you're gonna lose associations, you're gonna lose connections with people that you think that are your friends, and they are your friends, they're your family, and that can be that. But they really want in secret is for you to go and question too.
Yeah, you got
because they don't want to question. Somebody always wants someone to be the leader.
Yeah.
And initially the leader is despised. The leader is talked about. They're weird. Something's wrong with that boy. Oh my God! Tell me he's so weird
until they die.
So, and until they reach a certain level, and they say, "Oh my God, he's a genius."
Mm-hmm.
But everyone who was a genius at first was seen as a crazy man,
crazy person.
That's why I own me being crazy. I'm crazy as hell.
Yeah,
I love being crazy because I don't want to be confused and get wrapped up with the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
I don't
with
want
the hype, man.
I want to think for myself.
I don't want to get right there with the hype. I've always been different. Man, you call me Mr. Rebellious. I'm going against the grain because I don't think everybody should go that way. I don't think everybody should go to the left. What advantage does that give you if everybody going the same way?
Exactly.
How does that make you different? How does that allow you to think? How does that give you creativity if you're doing what everybody else is doing?
Yeah. And
how does it?
It's about personal happiness. And how do you pursue your personal happiness if you're doing what everyone's doing? I mean, at the root of what we're talking about, I think anybody can agree with that. You can't do what everyone else is doing and consider yourself to be happy. In no sense. You can't eat what everyone's eating. You can't drink what everyone's drinking. You can't wear what everyone else is wearing. You can't think or talk the way everyone talks and thinks and consider yourself to be happy. You have to do what you have to do to be happy.
Everybody's wearing a mask. Everybody's wearing a mask. I mean, everybody's wearing a mask. That don't look crazy to you? That don't look crazy to you?
It looks cool because everybody's glittery face.
Let me get a designer mask. Let me get this kind of mask. Let me get that kind of mask.
Right.
Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me do that. I mean, when are you gonna be different? I want you to be different. I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Well, look, I don't want you to do anything but be you.
True.
I just want you to see what's real. I don't want you to be manipulated because for years you've been manipulated, even especially through the music. Finding out people not even living it, what they talking about, man. Preachers who out there preaching on the main stage, not even living what they preaching about, man. They just yielding that profit. The prophet making a profit.
You know what? And sometimes people are doing what they say they're doing, but they're truly not happy.
Yeah.
I mean, what we're saying is that if people were allowed to do what they really, truly wanted to do, would they be doing what they're currently doing right now?
Ooh, that's another show.
If people get to a place where they can see that I don't have to be a preacher. Mm-hmm. What do I want to be? Would they be preaching? Mm-hmm. If I don't want to be a nurse because my grandma was a nurse. Mm-hmm. Would they? You know, if people could say, you know what, I know that they just legalized drug dealing. I want to be a drug dealer when I was 11 years old, but I couldn't do it because I was going to hurt my grandma's feelings. But that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to sell drugs. Mm. You know, like if people really didn't have any limitations, if there were no perceived notions about what was good and bad, what would people really be doing? If there was no idea of shame, if people could not see what you're doing and no one would know, could judge you, what would you really be doing?
What would you be doing?
That's the real.
That's the real.
That's the real.
What would you be doing if no one could judge you? What would you be doing if you know what I'm saying, if that would you didn't have to hide it?
Right.
What would you really be doing? Who would you really be married to? You know what I'm saying?
They break up some homes, bro.
Who would you really be married to?
Right.
What would you really eat? I know you vegan now.
Right.
I know you vegan now. I know you vegetarian now. I know you eat meat now. But if you had the choice to do what you want to do without the pressure of your surroundings, what would you be doing? How often would you be doing that? That was me years ago. Mm-hmm. The pressure of my pressure surrounding, I had to do what people thought I was. Yeah. I have to become what people thought I would think I am. Until I hit a load of bricks and was like, man, I can't do it no more.
Exactly.
I ain't doing it no more. No. I like guns. Let me go buy one. I like tattoos. Let me go get one. I like piercings. Let me go get one. That steak smell good. I'm going to eat a piece today. Now, talk about me. You know what I'm saying? I like that sweater, so I'm going to rock it.
Yeah.
Be you. What's the real? What is the real? So today, just have that thought in your mind. Like, what's real for you? What's real for you? Not nobody else. Not nobody else. Examine yourself today and see what's real. Don't live according to what you see in social media and all the platforms on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all these platforms, man. Don't listen to the hype. You know you don't want to run for no president, so stop saying you want to run. You know you ain't trying to be no Congress. Stop. You know that you don't want to kill yourself for black people. Don't do it.
Dude, that's something.
Don't think you can say you cannot save the race. Stop trying to save the race.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I'm actually writing a script, a production on racism being a distraction.
Very true.
It's elitism, baby. Has nothing to do with race out here. Has nothing to do with race. Because if you go behind that door, the person who's running it, just like you. And you're going to be like, what? Really? You know about the person who throw the rock and hide their head? Huh? If you found out who was infiltrating Black Lives Matter, that person looked just like you. I'm saying, like, we think, you know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with racism, bro. Like, for real. Yeah. You think it does. I mean, you really think it do. And they portray it in the media like it does, and you believe it. You suck it up. You soak it in. And now you're going out there hating other people. Right. When Luke just robbed you, he looked like you. It was Luke who just robbed you. The people who get raped and robbed, it's in their own communities, man. Not just black people, but white people too. True. That ain't being portrayed on the media. There's crimes happening in Chinatown by Chinese people. There's crimes happening in Russia by Russian people. Yeah. There's crimes happening in Italy by Italian people. I mean, come on. Really? What's the real? Yeah. What's the real? I want you to take that with you, all right? It's been a crazy show, you know, and I love it. Millions of people are watching right now. Thank all of you guys for watching. I love you. I love you. Thanks for subscribing. I love you guys so much. But I want you to continue to move forward and finding out what's real, and don't be swayed by the media. I mean, I remember when the corona first thing happened, right? All the celebrities got these infomercials. Go get tested. Hey, this is Shemar Moore. Come to you by this company. Go get tested. Hey, this is whatever celebrity. Go get tested. I don't know why I said Shemar Moore name. I don't know why I said it, bro. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, all these celebrities start popping up in the place, like all this political stuff start happening, and all you see are these celebrities, right? Because they carry the influence in the community, and they know people gonna watch them, and people gonna be like, "Oh, they're living their life."
But that happens to us on a low level too, and I've been a victim of that myself. Not a victim of it, but I've been early on persuaded. I remember when Trayvon Martin was that incident around Trayvon Martin happened. Everyone was wearing a hood. They were trying to get you to promote wearing a hood on your Facebook page, and I fell into that. I'm like, why the hell did I do that? Why did I do that shit? Like, you know, it's like all they doing is they're portraying a image, and they're trying to get people to sign on to the image. They do this all the time. Yeah. When the mask first came out, I wear my mask. You know, fuck that. I'm not gonna be part of your marketing scheme. Right. You know, your marketing scheme is to get other people to listen to you, and you're using the backs of other people to do that. Right. And it ain't even like, if I think about it for 5 minutes, I don't really give a shit about who wears a mask. You know? And it's what you're saying is that, so the celebrities are doing, but we do it at a low level too.
Yeah, we do.
We doing it right now around this vaccine. I see everyone's talking about they got a vaccine. I mean, if you got a vaccine, good for you.
You should get a vaccine. Hold on, this is the killer part. Hey, you can get it. Hey, they're giving out free tests up here for the COVID.
And they say, what they say? They say,
who's gonna pay for it? Like, yeah, of course it's free.
They making money off of that. They making money off giving you a test. They're probably making $500 per test. And like, I don't know what the number is, but they're making money. It ain't nothing free. But the thing is, they say you don't have to have. Funny. You don't. It's hilarious. You don't have to have any symptoms.
Right.
So you can come and say, I don't even feel bad, but give me a test anyway. Why would I take a test? Why in the hell would you take a test if you don't have any symptoms? Are you just that fearful?
That fearful. It's funny. People they be running for the border for the. Oh man, they over there. They got free tests. Let me go.
Right. I want to be sure for sure. And I understand the fear. I'm not making fun of anyone who's afraid, because I mean it could be a prison to be that afraid.
Yeah.
The idea, what we're trying to do in this show is trying to give you options. It's trying to get you to think outside your mental box to see that you can think about things differently. And yeah, it is scary initially.
But the truth is,
but the freedom is way worse the process.
But the truth is, this ain't a popular show.
It ain't true.
The truth is, this ain't a popular show because we talking about the truth.
True.
We talking about the truth. This ain't. We not talking about gossip. We not talking about racism. We not talking about marches on Washington. We talking about the truth.
Yeah.
This when you tell the truth, you said it earlier. You looked at as a crazy man. You insane. Nobody wants to hear that, man. Nobody wants to hear that truth, man. Are you serious?
Initially, until they get tired of the current reality, and then they deem you a genius. So give us 6 months, and we'll look at as being geniuses.
Well, give us 6 minutes.
There you go.
There's somebody out there that's afraid to agree.
Right.
Because the majority of their house is like, no, man, forget that. They talking crazy.
You're talking about you God.
Right.
Because you are.
About you God. You ain't no daggone God. Boy, Jesus is coming back. I'm telling you, they called Noah crazy until it started raining.
Exactly.
Y'all ever seen Noah? I'll wait. Half of the stuff that we were given is somebody told us about. What's the real? The real is people still writing books. The real is, if you look at history, it's the Bible. Real. The real is you. Matter of fact, you ever looked in the mirror? What's real?
Yeah.
Like what's real? But look, man, we're not gonna hold you long.
Yeah.
We love you. And everybody that's watching, we love you. Y'all have an awesome day. And examine yourself, man. Don't be swayed by what you see out there in the media and around you and in your environment. Because even the guys on the block, they not really that like that. You know what I'm saying? Who's really running it? The guy on the block or the guy who got him on the block? Just think about it. Where you get your product from? People you get your product from is people who really run it. When you can't make your own product and you out there, you gotta sell it, a product that you get from somebody else.
Yeah.
What's real? I just want y'all to. You gotta think like that. Don't think, man. You know what I'm saying? He got the nice shoes. He got this. He got that. But he out there risking his life. Who got him out there though? Where you get it from? Because the person that you don't see is usually the people who run it. Exactly. The people who are not on film are usually the people who run it. People who make the movies are usually the people who get the fattest checks. The actors are just acting their role.
Yeah.
All right. I think I think as Americans, our mind and our idea of success is limited to just America. And I think we don't get the big picture, is that there are different parts of the world that still run businesses and have their own governments and take a piece of the action. And we wonder why so many people are successful and aren't successful. Don't limit your success to the bubble of what you see. Pattern your success in the imagination on what you think and excel beyond what you see. Instead of owning the tea company, own the tea bag. What do you mean, Jeff? What do you mean own tea? Where does the tea company get their tea bags from? The herbs. Where does it get it from? They are nothing without that tea. Think bigger. Think wiser. Think grander. Open your mind. Develop your heart. Understand who you are. And always look for the real. It's been one. It's your boy Chevy J.
And the guru Tavante.
We love you. Peace.